Kevin here from Whole Fleet Diagnostics. This video, I just want to touch on the P Series John Deere platform. The P Series is fairly new. A lot of our customers that have P Series, these pieces are still under warranty, so there's not a huge need at the top to kind of maintain these in-house at this point. But it is kind of nice when our customers can go through and plug in and take care of some of this stuff on their own without having to wait for the dealer to come out for some of these little nuisance problems like a derate because the DEF tank went empty, or just a minor sensor problem. So P Series, a lot of additional P Series models added to the Jaltest software with the last update. So we got a whole whack of them in there now. Prior to that, we only had a couple. So big advancements on the P Series. So let's go in and take a look at what we can do on a P Series piece from John Deere. So we'll go into heavy equipment. I've got John Deere here on my favorites list. And then I've got a list of basically all the models, heavy models from John Deere. So we can scroll down the list until you find it. The best way to do it for me, just hit P Series from the family list. And let's go through and we'll look at a 310P. Okay, so just to see what we kind of have available here. Now, on the 310P, it looks like we've only got coverage for the engine after treatment side. So you can see here it's a level 33, tier 4 final, stage 5. For this one in particular, I don't see any transmission listed. I don't see a body module listed. I don't see a hydraulic module listed. So that likely means that we just don't have that coverage in there as of yet. But these are things that are coming with time here. As the Jaltest software advances, we're going to have more and more service information, more and more coverage for these. But the core of this thing is going to be, as always with the Jaltest software, is the powertrain. So the engine and after treatment system. Those are the primary concerns for most of our customers, is those derates, getting this thing back up and running without having to wait for the dealer or spending the money on the dealer to come out when we have perfectly capable mechanics in house here. So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to go and select the level 33 engine module here. We're going to go up and just check what kind of connectors. Maybe typically it's a 9-pin for the John Deere stuff, but you never know, they may switch it up at some point. So we do have the green 9-pin connector somewhere in the piece of equipment. So we'll plug that in. We'll make sure our data link is powered up, and we'll go ahead and hit connect. And once we hit connect here, we should be able to read fault codes, okay, as usual. So we can read and clear fault codes in here. It looks like we got some troubleshooting guides available for these faults. We've got some freeze frame data. It doesn't look like we have a lot of component information, but we do have some wiring diagrams, it looks like, okay? So we could, based on the engine block, so it's the 6068, let's say, this should bring up our wiring diagram. So at the very least, right, without having to leave the software, without having to call anyone, we do have some limited information. At least we have the the wiring schematics, so we can troubleshoot a sensor fault or something like that. So there's an example of that. We've got some technical data in here as well for this model. As you can see, we got pinouts. We've got information on the DEF tank, DEF metering module, all that kind of stuff. So just sensor faces and pinouts and stuff like that. So again, over time, this is going to become better as time goes on. The engineers, they add licensed information, they add new service information, and that side of it will get better as time goes on here. Okay, so read fault codes, clear fault codes. We can monitor data. In this case, we actually have the system display option, which is really nice. It's going to give us visuals of our data for our fuel and after treatment system typically. So there's fuel system. We'll take a look at that first, so you can see the pretty standard high pressure common rail fuel system. We've got after treatment fuel module. We've got a larger schematic of the after treatment system, and then we've got one for the DEF system. So this gives you the levels, current consumption, pressures, stuff like that. So kind of nice to have that kind of visual representation of the data. We've got component actuation, so the fuel pump, fuel feed pump, the EGR valve, we can actuate a whole bunch of system checks, so cylinder cutout, exhaust temperature in the catalytic converter, communication status, wiring test, verification of the SCR system fault repair, measuring test on the NOx sensors. These are the money makers here. These are the ones that are going to get the thing back up and running after a fault, get it out of Derate. DEF system testing is in there as well. For parameter adjustments, we can code injectors, we can code after treatment system. That's pretty well standard with Jaltest to be able to do that stuff. Then the VGT as well, which is kind of cool. Under maintenance, we've got diesel particulate filter cleaning, reset, regeneration, after treatment system coding, air purge, coolant purge, inducement mode reset. There's another money maker there as well. So that inducement mode reset will get that thing back up and running. And then under calibrations, EGR valve, VGT, and intake throttle. So pretty good, I would say, for a non-OEM tool to have that kind of functionality in here on the John Deere product. So it would likely be similar for a lot of other makes and models, or sorry, a lot of other models in the John Deere section here. We can explore some others if you guys want to see anything else on the John Deere side or anything else, just leave a comment and we'll do our best to get a video up for you. Yeah, that's the P Series. You can see we've got a whole bunch of other P Series platforms in here as well. So you can basically anything that's listed in here we'll be able to interface with. So anyway, so that's the P Series John Deere coverage for Jaltest 24.3. More to come for 25.1, which should be up in the next month or two, in March of 2025. So if you want to see any more videos on specific coverage, just leave a comment below. We'll do our best, and make sure you subscribe and follow. Take care.